Hello, and welcome to Karen's Corner on English Mastery Hub and our series Study English with Me. I hope by now that you've registered on our website and that you're making use of all the tools, courses, and tips that are available. This is a fantastic website, especially if you're practicing on your own in between lessons. There is so much material here that can help you improve your English. Remember, our slogan for this series is by Walt Disney, who said, "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." And often that's all it takes is a little bit of courage to step out of your comfort zone, to enroll in a lesson and say, "No, I'm not going to put this off anymore. I am going to be serious about improving my English." So to help you improve your vocabulary, we have an amazing tool called My Glossary. It is found under the panel. There you see My Glossary. When you open it, you will get a graph. Let's just click and open it. And the graph will show you words that you've just learned, words that you are confident with, and words that you use daily. And below that, you can add new words. This is very dynamic, so you have to change the reminders, change the status, and update this on a daily basis so that your status remains current. So for today, we're going to look at browsing the web, and we have clicked on an article that is which countries are the happiest countries in the world. There is so much negativity in the world today that I feel we should just for a minute focus on something positive. And so I thought this was a fun article for us to read today. Please practice the art of shadowing. Mouth the words silently to yourself as I read, and this will help you with your pronunciation of English words. While we are going through the article, we will also look at adding words to our glossary. Let's get going. Which countries are the happiest in the world? Finland has done it again and has been ranked as the world's happiest country for the 9th time in a row. Give them a hand. Every year, the University of Oxford's Wellbeing Research Centre works together with groups, including the United Nations, the UN, to make the World Happiness Report. The report uses lots of data to rank the countries, including a poll that asks people around the world to think of how fulfilled their lives feel. Out of 147 countries, the UK is still fairly high at the 29th happiest, but it's dropped 6 places since last year's report. So, how are things looking this year, and what do researchers think about the results? Let's read on to find out more. How do you work out how happy a country is? The word happy can mean lots of different things. You might first think of happiness as an emotion that you feel when you do something good or a nice thing happens to you. But the world's most famous thinkers or philosophers thought of happiness a bit differently. Writings from a Greek philosopher called Aristotle, who lived over 2,000 years ago, have been very important in helping people think about what happiness is. Teachers and thinkers have taken Aristotle's view of happiness to mean living a good life, with people being able to succeed to their full potential. And it's this idea that the team behind the World Happiness Report used to rank the happiness levels of different countries. They use a survey called the Gallup World Poll, which asks around 1,000 people in every country to imagine their life as a ladder with the best possible version of their life at the top. So if you can imagine a ladder, we're going to click on ladder and find an image related to this word. Okay, that does not look like a ladder to me. So that's its related images. But a ladder, as I'm sure you know, is a frame, usually portable, and it looks something like this. Excuse me that my lines are not exactly straight, but it looks something like this, made out of wood or metal and used to climb up and to climb down. Ascent, going up, descent, coming down. So people were asked to imagine their life as a ladder and then say on which rung of the ladder they feel they are currently sitting or standing. And this was how they measured how happy people felt they were. Okay, so that was the ladder. And they placed themselves on the ladder, and these scores were then added up and weighed to get an average for each country. What are the top happiest countries? I'm sure you're all dying to know. The report says that these countries are the happiest for 2026. Number 1, Finland. 2, Iceland. 3, Denmark. 4, Costa Rica. 5, Sweden. 6, Norway. 7, Netherlands. 8, Israel. 9, Luxembourg. And 10, Switzerland. So those are the top 10 happiest countries for 2026. However, around the world, people older than 15 responded to the poll, and the picture is a bit different when the report looks at different ages. In 85 of 136 countries, under 25s are happier now than they were 20 years ago. But in the United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, happiness, as measured in the report, has fallen in this age group. Youth happiness also fell in the UK, but by much less. Other data that collects people's emotional happiness levels found that whilst negative emotions were on the rise, positive emotions were twice as frequent. Why, you might ask, are some countries happier than others? This year, researchers looked at the role of social media played in youth happiness and found mixed results. While findings that internet access had a positive overall impact, they found that increased social media use in English-speaking countries went hand in hand with a drop in youth happiness. But they say it's not necessarily the cause of the drop in youth happiness. But they felt it important enough to mention. Generally, researchers link happiness with how many goods and services a country produces per person, how long people live, levels of freedom, support, generosity, and I would say lack of corruption rather than corruption. And this is what they found made people the happiest. The Scandinavian and Nordic countries of Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, and Denmark often do very well in the report, and they've all made the top 6 happiest countries this year. Professor of Economics at the University of Oxford and editor of the World Happiness Report, Jan Emmanuel Deneve, says that friends play a big part too. He said, in places like Finland, we find very high levels of social support, where people have friends to rely on in case of trouble. They trust each other, and that's invaluable. So that's our article. Thank you for staying with me. Tell me what you think of the article. Like, subscribe to our website, drop me comments. I would love to talk to you and find out which articles you found most impactful and how you are doing with learning English. To go back to our glossary, I want to just show you here. If you click on a word and open the glossary, you will get the word, its meaning, it's a verb, to respond, to say something in return, and it will give you all the different meanings of the word, how to pronounce the word. However, you may say, but my home language is not English, that's why I'm learning English. Not a problem. Here you can translate any word into your home language. So if, for example, your home language is Croatian, you can translate it into that language, and this will help you remember the meaning of the words. And then don't forget to add them to your glossary. So this article is primarily in the present tense. What are the top happiest countries? Teachers and thinkers have taken present perfect. This idea is, so these are all in the present tense because this is something that has happened at this moment in time. If you want to know more about the grammar, then I advise you to go under our courses page and open the English grammar book. And here you see the present simple tense, and it explains to you when to use the present simple. You can go over the slide. There is a conversation and a short story that you can read, which is in the present. What do you do every morning? I drink coffee and read the news. So go over this and see if you need any more information. Then I advise you to book some lessons with one of our tutors, and they will take you through any grammar that you are struggling with. Thank you for being with me again this week. I trust that you found it beneficial. Bye-bye.